Bro, Mark and Mark in the building. Let me see if I can hear you, Marky Mark. Let's make sure we got the vocals. Can you hear me? Let me see. Let me make sure
Yeah,
we
I can hear
got
you.
you
I'm gonna put you on
coming.
the headset.
Okay, okay, okay. All right.
Okay.
We can
Is
hear
that
you
better?
real good. Let me make sure we got all the volume ready. Can you
Okay.
say something one more time? Sound check here at Urban Matters BMG. Say something one more time, bro.
What's
Make sure
up,
we
my
got you in the
brother?
headphone. All right,
What's
we
up,
got
my
you.
brother?
I
What's
hope I'm not coming too loud. Let's make sure we bring
no?
this
You
thing
good
in
over
right,
here?
man. Okay, man. We're gonna talk about some of these diaspora wars today here at Urban Matters BMG. So let's get it cracking, man. Let's see here. Let me see what I got here for us first. And y'all know for a fact, man, all day, every day, this us.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, man. Y'all know that's us, man.
Too short.
Y'all know it, man. All day, man. That's us, man. We the ghetto. We the ghetto. Hey, bro, Marky. Now that's what they call us, the ghetto. They call us the ghetto, but yet and still, everybody wants to cosplay us. Everybody wants to mimic us, and that's going to segue into my topic today about the Essence Festival. And a lot of people are starting to get what they call black immigrant fatigue. And I know a lot of them out here right now. They real greasy right now. They're real butthurt, and they're getting caught up in some of these immigration policies. But listen, if think about it, if I was to come to your country, right, come over there and try to just take over a festival that been in your country since the 80s, right? And I turn it into a barbecue chicken, fried chicken, collard greens, and I'm playing all my music. I'm playing Too Short in the background. Y'all heard that Too Short, right? Huh? Y'all
Let,
heard that Too Short, right?
let him taste a little bit of
I'm
that.
playing all this. I'm playing this at your. Hey, Marky Mark, I'm playing that at your festival all day. I'm playing songs like that,
Right.
which they was playing Afro beats and all this stuff. We
Yes.
can't name 3 Afrobeat artists, and unfortunately, I like Afro beats music. I love it, but you should have did that on the second floor. You should have. Come on now, they was at the Metro Center, right? You ever been to the Essence Festival, Mark?
Yes. Yes.
It's multi levels and it's multi geographical areas that they put on this
Operating.
festival.
Mm-hmm.
They operate exactly. So you could have slowly slid some of your culture into the second floor, the third floor, whatever. You can't just completely take. I just can't completely take what they call that stuff, a goûter soup, or come over there and just take burritos and all kind of stuff and just move that out the way and start serving chicken breakfast fajitas and shrimp and grit. That's all our stuff now. We can make some shrimp and grits and cornbread.
Right.
I just done took over your whole African festival. I can't do that, Mark. Chime in on that, bro. I want you to chime in on that and just kind of, because I may be wrong, bro. So I like to get everybody's views and I like to hear what everybody has to say.
You know, we got to learn how to see this stuff for what it is. And what it is a test. It's testing our resolve. It's testing what are you going to stand for? When can we stop pushing you around? What are you going to put your heels in the dirt, spread your legs, get a nice wide base, put your hands up and say, stop, no more. We got to stand for something, or we're gonna fall for any and everything.
Any and everything.
And that's what we're doing right now because we got it, unfortunately, by emotion. And emotion makes you just go in any direction with like a rudderless ship. And we can't continue to do that, you know. So yeah, I think we have to stand up for something at some point. And what they're doing is we're slowly being tested in so many aspects of our daily life. And as a group, we're not passing the test.
Nope. And we're not cohesive. We're not collective on anything. Everybody has a culture that they can say, hey, we're proud of. But soon as we start saying we want to be proud of our American heritage and that we were some of the founders and the first founders of this great country, America. Yeah, without indigenous black Americans, there would be no America. So you can't come over here and piggyback off of our struggle and then be disrespectful at the same time. You can't do that. And that's what this is about. Y'all know tethers, right? We're going to have to break down that terminology of what a tether is. A tether does not apply to all immigrants. It just applies to the ones that come over here. They want to commit crimes. They want to talk greasy about us. They want to team up with a certain political party, suck up all the resources, and then get into positions of power in political powers and start like being little bed wenches and plantation bucks.
Uh, you know,
And we kids. I'm sorry, man. I had got lost in my bad, bro.
no, that's beautiful because our biggest tether is Barack Obama.
Absolutely.
He's the tether that they pushed right on up to the top, and he never said
Absolutely.
anything positive about blacks. Never even,
Absolutely.
never even embraced the community. He just done little quote unquote black stuff, you know, that
Correct.
where you can say
Correct.
that he's black, but he never said he was black. So,
Correct.
people like
And
him,
that's why
Roland
if I see
Martin,
Obama,
and the
it's
list
what it
just goes on and on.
getting him a
What's it, brother?
gut check. That was a gut check. You heard that?
No, no.
Okay, it's probably not coming through, but that's
My,
okay. But yeah, man, it's interesting, man, and I had to do a
it's
show today, man. Kind of reiterate this. Go ahead, bro. We hear you.
yeah, we gotta step it up, and
Hmm.
and I was the brainwashing is real. I say that all the time, but
Hmm.
somehow they've pushed our women up to be our backbone and all this other stuff, and oh, they're the this and that and the other. They're the most powerful things walking. What culture in the world believes that? I mean, women are absolutely wonderful. They're great. They're awesome. They're in their place. And we gotta embrace that and recognize that we all have a role. And
Mm.
and woman ain't strong enough to be the backbone.
Nope.
Her she
Yep.
and so and when I say
Just like we're not strong enough to have children.
right,
That's your,
right.
that's your position.
Yes, that's what God made
So
you
I think
for.
if every correct,
And all the extra nurturing and all that, that's not it. That's not our wheelhouse. But we're trying to create
Absolutely.
young men and men who do all of that, and then you expect them
Absolutely.
to be warriors or men
Absolutely.
who's gonna stand for something? No, you can't be emotional and a person who stands for something that really matters. Yeah, you can get emotional about something and run your mouth and go to a big event and run your mouth and then go home and go, woo, we showed them. But you're
Hmm.
not gonna you're not gonna put together an organization, and you're not gonna get a group of men together who are gonna ride behind you and
Hmm.
create
Hmm.
something with that
Right.
emotion. Because emotion is
Yeah.
fleeting, and
Yeah.
they have us falling for a lot of fleeting things, you know,
Yeah.
and we got to stop it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we got to move
Yeah.
in order.
And that's their go-to. Yeah, that's their go-to, bro. Like that's their go-to, bro Mark. That is their go-to, especially when it comes to gaining political power. And you're absolutely right, the emotional thing. And emotions can be okay sometimes when you learn how to balance them and you learn how to put them away. But they want to try to emotionalize everything in a certain political party. And some of the topics that they talk about that gives us that Trump deranged syndrome stuff and just makes us not focused, and it's a distraction. Your emotions are a distraction. And see, they know this. The people that are in power that want to keep using you, they want to keep using your vote, they want to keep using your finances, they want to keep you on the bottom. And we just don't realize that. And so until we come together as a collective body of melanated people, we won't ever come out of this subjugation. We will never come out of this imbalance of emotions, because they're now making men emotionally imbalanced. Should you would you agree with that, bro, Mark? And that's the thing about this whole Essence Festival that we're speaking about. Let's get on that topic, because
Okay.
they're taking the black experience, American experience, and turn it into a all kind of, and that's a I just want to salute the ICE uh, agents for doing a miraculous job. I want to salute President Trump for being really great at being, uh, you know, anti-emotional and keeping his eye on the excellence side of. Because think about it, man, black folks of America, y'all created this. And Trump came out there one time and said, y'all don't really get credit for that. Y'all created this whole thing.
Right.
But they want us to forget about our culture and they want us to share it and give it away. And that's what happened with the Essence festivals, bro. I want to play something real quick to kind of put the setting on what we're going to get ready to discuss today. And this stuff's got to be said, bro, Mark. It's got to be said. And I just been kind of going through some of the, man, let me tell you, man, TikTok is a jewel, man. I love it. Do you ever check out TikTok, bro, Mark?
No, I don't. I don't.
Man, you got to start checking it out, bro. It's
Whack
what's
and wash
happening,
now
bro.
because it's run by a bunch of Africans. There is no
Oh,
Essence
let me
Fest is
start that
whack
over.
and wash now because it's run by a bunch of Africans. There is no Black American culture that is reflected in Essence Fest anymore. Essence's CEO is an African. The chief, I don't know, one of their chief top level executives and officers is an African. The person that owns Essence Ventures is an African. So what used to be a celebration of Black American culture, the culture that is ours, the culture that we built from the ground up, the culture that Black Americans influenced the world through, has now been co-opted by some African diaspora, Pan-African, whatever, and a lot of Black people are just not feeling it. Now, I went to Essence Fest for the first time a couple of years ago. I think it was like Nicki Minaj, New Edition, and Janet Jackson were the headliners. It was absolutely incredible. It was a celebration of Black Americanness. There were Black people in and up and through it. It was a pure celebration of Black American culture and Black American heritage. But now that it's been co-opted by a bunch of Africans, it seems that nobody cares because they don't
All right.
set culture for this world. We do. And until Essence Fest gets back to the Black Americans who created it and founded it and lead the culture, it will continue to fail with those Africans in charge. Essence Fest is whack and washed now because it's run by a bunch of Africans.
Okay.
There is no Black American culture that is
right there,
reflected
bro,
in
Mark.
Essence Fest anymore. Essence's CEO is an African. The chief, I don't know, one of
I'm just letting it fly, bro.
Okay, what is going on? What happened? Like, why is Black Americans against Africans? People saying African food not good. What happened? Like, listen, y'all gotta stop this because we're all Black. We're all Black. You go to a place of work, whether you Black American or African, they're going to see you as a Black person. So I don't understand what the divide is. Help me understand. I heard the Essence Festival wasn't successful. And
Now, if you listen to this sister, you hear she got a little slur. You hear that? Let me see if we got everybody on here. You see she got a little slur in her voice. So I'm playing both sides of, because I want to get a fair shot. I want to get a fair shot to hear everybody's views. I want to give a fair shot on, I don't want to single anybody out. If you Black, you Black. And we have no problem with that. That is not the problem. The problem is you Black, but you're not like us. And you're not Black American. And you trying to like erase the Black American experience. And you're doing that by not being respectful. You're doing that by not being respectful. And I'm going to bring a brother on called Black Alpha later on. And I'm going to chime in and he going to just, he going to get it to you. This is the end of the African American Essence Festival. I think that's what this is, bro. And they don't want to accept the writing on the wall. So I'm going to let this thing play.
it had a lot going on. But what's the divide? Somebody put me on. And there's like a foundation to it. You feel me? But all of it came from Africa. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even African. Now I'm Caribbean, but what's the divide? Like, y'all know other races, they love this. So what's the divide? What happened? Was it like a lot of African?
I'm getting everybody's views. This is some of the footage at the African
blessing.
This is some of the footage at the Essence Festival I'm getting to. I'm gonna put it into here, Mark.
Testimony. Go to follow.
Yes, sir.
Follow you they go.
This year, good news, giant plenty balling. Go to follow you they go.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow.
I'm just getting it. I'm just getting some footage, getting some views.
I hate
what everybody
the
talking
words,
about.
and I feel like they're using a lot of words just trying to say African booty scratcher on the cool.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't like the way that she addressed the situation, understanding that this is a festival created specifically to celebrate our culture. We do not go to other people's culture and try to change their events or their festivals. or their celebration to make it about us. We don't do that. So
I mean, if Essence was up for sale, like a Black American could have purchased it as well. It's 2025. It's going to look different. America's different. Everything is different. I mean, a little intellectually lazy just to say, well, oh, it's an African that's leading, you know, that owns it, and that's another one that's leading it. So they're trying to change everything.
what was lazy is that you're taking a situation where artists that are Black American have felt disrespected, that concert or festival attendees have felt disrespected, and or that their time was wasted, or why would they attend it. That is disrespectful. That is lazy. And throughout history, we have been disrespected. There's a lot of layers to our country. There's a lot of layers to who we are as people in our culture. So to come in and try to dismantle that is insane. And the fact that these artists have to even come out and express these concerns when that has never happened before. So yes, the ownership is the problem. Yes, trying to come in and change the Essence Festival is a problem. You should have left it alone. And we're not even out here trying to call out names. We're not even trying to be disrespectful. We're just addressing the fact that we feel that our culture is being disrespected and that we do not like the trajectory of where it is going, as we should. It was ours to begin with. Make it make sense. I'm just so tired of people that's not even.
Okay.
So y'all mad at the Essence Festival for changing their brand?
It's too African. I'm not from no Africa. What is Jollof anyway? I don't like that.
Y'all talking about boycotting them just like you did Target. Let me stay on topic this time. Because the problem with us is thinking shit is ours when it's not. This is the owner of Essence. Not the program director, but owner. I'm not mad at the Essence Festival. Who wants to come and see Meg Thee Stallion and them twerking and singing WAP? I'm just glad that my African brothers and sisters have someone in the industry with that kind of pull.
Now you go, you go to their country and be talking that shit like that, bro, Mark. Bro, Mark. I think we keep losing bro Mark, driving his signal. That's okay. We're going to work with it, though. We're going to work with it. What's up, Mr. Goodbar? Salute. Mr. Goodbar. Salute, my brother. Thanks for joining us here today at Urban Matters. Man, chime in on this subject. It's Diaspora Wars, and we're talking about the Essence Festival, and y'all see it, Essence Festival versus immigrants, and immigrants trying to take over the Essence Festival. Y'all let us know. Is this a legitimate situation or concern to be concerned about? Huh? Y'all let me know. Salute, my brother. We just trying to get some insight on this, man. And I'm going to keep it going. I think we got bro Mark popping in and out, but we're going to make it happen, Captain. We're going to link back up with my dude. Let's listen to him. Now, that dude there, he was a tether. A tether is somebody who, a black immigrant that's disrespectful. It's called a tether. Not all black immigrants. So don't jump on that boat, brothers and sisters. That's cool with Juice. Y'all know who I'm talking about. When you know, you know. I don't have to keep explaining what's already understood. So let's keep it pushing. We're going to listen to some more of this footage. Now, this TikTok we're going through. So we're going through, watch this in. And man, it's a lot going on, man. Let me get back in here. I hope we can get some more people into the building. Thanks again for joining us here at Urban Matters BMG. I'm your gracious host, Dr. Juice. I got a lot of stuff, man. I'm a one-man show, so I'm working the studio. I got the background. I got the laptop in the back. We can research. This is my research laptop, by the way. And I got a whole studio in here, and I'm trying to bring it. I'm gonna give y'all something, man. I had ran into one of my partners today. Good brother, man. We're classmates. And he informed me that this young lady stepped to him and asked him about Dr. Juice. And salute to that brother, man. You the for real black man. But certified black man, bro, for real. And he asked me, Black American man. And he asked me, he said, Jew, man, the chick tried, man, so she asked me, she said, you know, because I try to keep it real, man. I try to stay grounded. I don't try to be all boule and try to change my accent. I'm a Florida boy from heart. I'm an original American and native. My people from Mississippi Valley. I got folks in Chicago, Indiana, East Coast, Carolinas, and I'm indigenous to this land. I trace my ancestry back to the 1700s, and we were here since the 1700s, the early 1700s. So civil rights and all that stuff didn't take place until in slavery and all that stuff took place mostly in the 1800s. So we was already here. So you can explain why my relatives and my ancestors were already here in America, and they did not come from Africa. Now, some of them may have been took back to Africa and enslaved, but they were not enslaved here. They were free men. And so y'all look that up, the Freedmen's Act. Obama was the one that got rid of that Freedmen's Act. But I'm just kind of going through a lot of the Essence Festival, and now we're gonna go to the FBA, Foundational Black Americans. We're gonna see what they got to say. This sister right here is called Yvette Carnell. I watched this sister a lot, man. She had this movement. She tried to piggyback off the FBA. She called it the Descendants of Slaves movement. And so you got to be saying that you was a slave, and all of us was not slave. We were not slaves. A lot of us were not slaves in America. A lot of us were free men. We were property owners, and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this real quick. And so let me read some comments real quick. Mr. Goodbye says, we are so regulated on our celebrations, and other groups do what they want at the festivals, parades, celebrations, and etc. Exactly. Yes, sir. Resident G. Johnson says, I'm from Florida. Hey, Red, check your email. You should have a link if you want to come on live, man. Come on screen. Check your email. I sent you an email, I think. If I didn't send you one, I'll send you another one, and you can pop in on us, man. We got Bro Mark in the building. Salute, Brother Mark. This is a certified black man right here. Free man right here. Hey, we got him back in the building, and he wanted to say some quick things real quick, Bro Mark. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna turn the mic over to you. I'm gonna go to the young ladies' room real quick and just chop it up and just kind of reiterate and check out some of the dress up. Can you see the comment sections, Brother Mark? Look at the comment sections and kind of tap in with that.
I'm trying. I cannot see it, and maybe it's me, but no comments.
Slide your screen to the side.
But
okay.
Oh,
okay, bro. Bread on a business call. Okay, that's what's up, my dude.
Yeah.
We still got Mr. Goodbar in the building.
See. Good. We've always celebrations. You go over to Africa, you can't disrespect. You do business in Africa. And I have friends, I give Oprah started a school and Little Jack started a school in Africa. And all these different people in Africa. The reason being is
we love Bro Mark. Dang it. We lost Bro Mark again. I'm gonna let this play a little bit. We got Bro Red. Y'all keep tapping in with us, Bro Red. Make sure I keep the screen up. Keep everything up. Even though we are tapping in with the shared screen. I think we got Bro Mark back again. Let's see. I think we got him back. Let's see, did we get him? Did we lose him? Did we get him? Okay, bro. Red, so you're breaking up real bad, bro, Mark. Dang, but that's why I wish I had Brother Red in the building. Yes, sir, but that's okay. We're going to keep it moving with the program. Let me keep this thing pushing. And I'm going to let this young chick right here named Yvette Cornell. Y'all check her out, man. And sometimes she's hit and miss, man. She on point sometimes, but a lot of times she hit and miss. So I'm gonna let her run. Okay. Y'all ready for it? Here we go.
Themselves. And you can go to the Essence Festival and see all kind of dashikis and different things. Is because our people, whenever possible and however possible, have centered Africa at the expense of our own politics and our own culture. There is no culture in the world that is richer than our culture. I hope y'all understand that. I'm talking about everything from inventions to music to food. There is no richer culture. There is no liberation struggle in the globe that is richer and more successful than our liberation struggle in the belly of the beast. There is none. And we are here still fighting in this country. We didn't get to immigrate from Kenya or nowhere else. We are still here, largely wealthless, but here, making a way for other people who then decide that once they get here, they get to replace us. Listen, we don't replace, we make a way for people to come here and be successful. We never said nothing. We make a way for you and we say, hey, what's your name? Tell me how to pronounce it. Okay, we good. We do that. You come here and take over our institutions and replace us. And then when we say, hey, what's going on over here? You say you're xenophobic. How? Why am I interested in this? I don't want to see none of this. Like, I remember back in the day when I used to see Susan Taylor on like magazines or inside, you know, she used to have her own little section. There used to be her little section in the magazine too. And I'd be like, oh, that's what elegance looks like right there. Look at that hair. And look at that smile. That's elegance. I don't want to see this. And I don't want this to be the thing, like that this is not representative of ADOS. That may be representative of her and her style and all that. It's not I don't want it. I don't know how else to say it. It was in the spirit family. I don't know. I used to be like, oh, I'm proud of that. Like, I want to be proud. Like, this is us and this is beauty. And I'm happy that she represents us in this way. And we have this thing. No, this is not us. And it's not saying that they're bad or anything like that, but you're not us. And we want to see our reflection in our media. But the great thing about it is we ain't taking it no more. The reason they can center themselves, and you can go to the Essence Festival and see all kind of dashikis and different things, is because our people, whenever possible and however possible, have centered Africa at the expense of our own politics and our own culture. There is no culture in the world that is richer than our culture. I hope y'all understand that. I'm talking about everything from inventions to music to food. There is no richer culture. There is no liberation struggle in the globe that is richer and more successful than our liberation struggle in the belly of the beast. There is none. And we are here still fighting in this country. We didn't get to immigrate from Kenya or nowhere else. We are still here, largely wealthless, but here, making a way for other people who then decide that once they get here, they get to replace us. Listen, we don't replace, we make a way for people to come here and be successful. We never said nothing. We make a way for you and we say,
Okay, yeah, man. Listen, man, we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna get some more of these young ladies.
Started a diaspora war on TikTok. So I'm coming to make a follow-up video about a video that I made last week in response to some content creator named Tabitha's video about the Essence Fest. And basically I was just talking about how I just felt that, you know, a lot of the Black American people need to stop going around social media and talking or complaining about, you know, how this year's Essence Fest had a lot of African and Caribbean culture, because basically all that's doing is tearing down our unity, dividing us, and just spoke on a few things as far as how a lot of our African American culture is influenced by African culture, and, you know, we're all one and things like that. And when I tell you, I got attacked from left to right and still getting attacked under the
post that I have, just from specific group, FBA, maybe ADOS, something like that. Some people call Foundation of Black Americans, who
Y'all heard her. Ha ha. So like I said, listen. They're trying to make it seem as if we're not making an impact in the black grassroots, American grassroots arena. That Urban Matters BMG, by the way, Urban Matters BMG, Black Media Group. So that's what we are doing. We are establishing that we are starting to now delineate, and through that delineation, we are claiming our stake on America. If these folks have a problem with the way that we're moving as Black Americans, then they just need to, hey, kick rocks. You cannot. Let me go to where this young lady we just heard. Let me go where she's from, and I want some feedback on this, y'all. I need y'all in the comment section to give me some feedback. How do y'all feel about this whole Urban Essence Festival thing? And they're trying to cosplay, piggyback, and they're trying to literally overthrow the indigenous people of this country and come in with their, because you can't do that same thing. You can't go to Mexico. Mr. Resident Johnson says, my lineage originated in the Woodville, Florida, and my ancestors were Blackfoot Seminoles. Black Seminoles. Y'all heard the brother. Y'all go check out a good movie, man. Y'all can find it on go to TariqNasheed.com. You can get this movie called The Black Maroons of Florida, and it'll tell you about the Seminole Wars. It'll tell you about the Dred Scott decision versus the Supreme Court. It'll tell you about, kind of give you some research on the Seminole Wars and Dred Scott and Chief Osceola of Florida State University. You know, the Indian that has the little, spear with the fire on it at the Florida State Seminoles. Why do you think he's so dark? That's a black dude. That's a black Floridian, a black American, an Indian that was indigenous to this land. By the way, if you didn't know, that's what Indian mean. It's just a sir word of indigenous, or indigenous mean indigo, darker shades and darker shades of blue and black. And my granddaddy was Chaco black. He was a Chickasaw from the Mississippi Valley, Missouri area. Chickasaws and the Choctaws. They were native tribes that were neighbors in the Americas and Mississippi area. And Mississippi River, man, is a great river. I was on there the other day, man. I went up to St. Louis, man. And I was, man, listen, bro, I was tapped in. I went to the everything. I went to the stadium. We went to the arches, and man, it was beautiful, man. It was sitting on the Mississippi River. It's so much power and strength in that area, man. That's why those storms and tornadoes and stuff rip up a lot of stuff in there, man. It's a lot of janky weather going on too, man. It's they're doing weather manipulation. That's a whole nother subject we'll get into here at Urban Matters. But we're gonna keep. Mr. Resident says we are the original indigenous people. Yes, sir. Thank you for your comment too, Mr. Goodbar. We appreciate your input. We really appreciate your feedback, and we use it in our research, and we also use it in our case studying. And man, we got to talk about this thing, man. I'm gonna keep it going, man. I'm gonna keep it pushing, man. I'm just letting y'all hear what's out there. It's a lot of people that's butthurt. It's a lot of people that don't like FBA. It's a lot of people, man.
Right here. I know people that listen to Afro beats. I get it. I know people that listen to reggae music. I understand it.
Hold on. You got it coming
right here,
man. Can y'all see that?
I know people that listen to Afro beats. I get it. I know people that listen to reggae music. I understand it. But majority of people don't listen to that. They just don't. So it's not because black Americans don't got no money. Black Americans got money. Target, I didn't even know Target was even having. Black folk don't care about no goddamn Target. I still shop at Target. Just be real. It's because people are bridging cultures together that just don't mesh well with black American culture.
I have to agree and disagree. I have noticed these last couple of years that Black American actors and actresses have been phased out. I've talked about it on this channel, and I do see that as a problem. But growing up, yeah, the movies and music was better. But here's the thing. A lot of the Black people you grew up listening to and watching were Caribbean American. And a lot of Black people don't know this. So for him to say we don't mix, that's a lie, because a lot of musicians and actors and actresses are. Look at some of the covers of Essence Magazine. Essence Magazine was catering to Black America, but did it only show Black?
Now, what she's doing, she is confusing the topic. She's confusing the topic. And so this is one of the tricks that they like to basically pull. They want to make it seem as if entertainment is the speaking centerpiece of our whole culture, or entertainer, or musicians, and that has nothing to do with our lineage. See, when you stay on the topic of lineage, the line of Black American culture, the lineage means if you are not of America beginnings, then you can't just come in and try to piggyback and try to crowbar your agenda because you love America so much. I don't understand how everybody love and hate America at the same time. I just don't understand that. And y'all, I'm talking to you tethers. You cannot come here and be disrespectful. If I was to go to Haiti right now, start shitting on the people that's there, talking shit to them, talking crap to them, excuse my French, man, they'll bust my head open. They will literally bust my head open. And that's the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm trying to make, bro, Mark.
Yeah, bruh, that is the perfect point. The perfect point. It's ridiculous. You know, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. What is it that we want to be remembered? If everything was the end and it was a group of people underground, then they come back to the surface and, like Will Smith in that movie. And it's 100 years later, 300 years later, and then they go looking at movies. And that's how they got to put together who's who in America. What would we look like? What legacy are we leaving?
300 years later. And then they go look at
We are not leaving a legacy. We are just being silly entertainers trying to make a buck, and we're falling into the hands of the very ones that we're claiming to be trying to separate ourselves from.
Yeah, a economic political agenda.
Yes, and it's sad.
They got us so distracted with entertainment, we're not even worried about our dollar. We're not even worried about our money. We're not even saying how the crypto is going to come in and steal everybody wealth if you don't bow down to it.
And if we allow digital currency to be the only currency, we are allowing them to make you rich or poor at the push of a button.
Absolutely.
And guess what? If they feel like you did something wrong, they can take all your money, or they can take some of your money. hey, you walked in the store and you weren't smiling, so that's a sense crime. So we're gonna
Yeah, and
charge you $10.
they have a and they have an app now. They have an app. You're absolutely right. It's called the Social Credit Score app. And they're using this digital technology. Like, if you say, for instance, if you get caught jaywalking, they strike so many points or so many access to the digital currency. They're going to say, well, guess what, Mark? We're not going to give you your universal income, because Obama was trying to push that. He was trying to implement universal income where they give you a set income every week, every month, and they'll pay your bills, but this is all the income we're going to
Yeah,
give you.
socialism.
And it's a way to make you out of an economic slave, out of a social slave. Absolutely. Go ahead, bro. Mark.
And
Continue.
I just,
Sorry, I had to say that.
yeah, we gotta be focused on what do we look. We're real short sighted right now. And I'm talking
Hmm.
about as a culture, we are so very short sighted. We don't think about how things are going to be perceived in the future. I'll use us as an example. Our generation, I'll say. You get tattoos on your face, you get your lips injected, get your butt injected, get your breast injected. Do you think about how you're gonna look as a 77-year-old grandmother with tattoos on your face and poofy lips and big balls hanging from your chest down to your doggone belly button? Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about the fact that God created you in your own special way? And how will your grandchildren perceive you or your great grand? We have to move in a way to where we think about that type stuff. You can't move any kind of way because there's people that's watching you. There are people who care about you and lift you up. And if you represent yourself and your family like this, then guess what? They're gonna do the exact same thing at a whole nother level. So this whole essence thing should be our calling card. I love it because you're hearing from people saying, hey, enough is enough. I don't mind you as an African brother owning essence. You go right ahead and own essence. But you own essence in America. An American black melanated people, that is your major market. If you want to push it to African Americans or African black people, go right ahead. We just won't buy your magazine and we won't buy your product because when you got the product, it was for us. And if you want to make it for your countrymen that move here in America or that are here in America, fine. We'll just go to another brand. And those are choices that every company have. And those are choices that every consumer have. And
Absolutely.
we got to stop acting like we can't make a choice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We act like we gotta fight everybody battle, but nobody helps us fight our battles.
Right.
Or they want to try to tell us how we need to be fighting our battle.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you ain't no Democrat, you already done lost.
Yeah.
What? We was losing. We was losing as Democrats, y'all.
You know,
When we totally loyal to a party that's not totally loyal to us, that's a problem.
and our values. What happened to our values? They rather twist our values into they morph it into something that's despicable in the eyes of God. Not only
Yes, sir.
not only to our grandbabies and children, it's despicable in the eyes of the most high. And now
Yes,
we
sir.
now
Let's get some of these comments in, bro,
okay,
Mark. They say, why the hate? Mr. Gilbar say, why the hate? Now, Mr. Goodbar, who are you referring to hating? Because doesn't look like the hate is really coming from us. Okay, Mr. Goodbar says also Target too dang on expensive for me. He say for a regular. He said, Mr. Goodbar say, I'm concerned about FBA. Then Reginald comes in and says, black people cry about racism, but in essence, we love white people. Hey, did you see that? I think I posted that at the beginning of the video. The entire planning committee is white.
But you know, white people understand us. They know how to get the most money out of us. They've been working that. Working that system for a long time.
Correct.
I think.
But now, see the point that with the white people, they're doing all the organizing. They're telling you what to like now. It's not so much as, don't get me wrong, now they are still exploiting us economically. Oh yeah, they're doing that. Trust me, they're gonna do it from that standpoint.
They're not catering.
But what we gotta understand, but not all white folks. See, I'm talking about a particular group that if you say their name, they'll try to cancel my show.
Right.
And y'all know the people I'm talking about. When you anti this and you're anti that, and they act like they run the banks. Well, they do run the banks. They act like they run in Hollywood. Well, they do run Hollywood. They try to act like they own the music industry.
Well, they do.
Damn it, they do own the music industry. So you see what I'm saying? You see the connection I'm making? When you don't have a network like Urban Matters BMG, you can't control the narrative. You cannot create your own narratives. You can't come on here and say Essence Festival versus Immigrant Fatigue. You can't come up with a show like that. You can't say that this is Urban Matters BMG Black Media Group. You gotta say, you can't say you're a Black media group. You gotta say I'm a diverse media group. But everybody else can come out and represent their culture, bro, Mark, and do it with pride.
But
they Latin Day, they Cinco de Mayo, their Caribbean Day parades.
Yeah.
You don't have to share that with Black Americans. You put your name on that. You put your stamp on that. So what's wrong with us putting our stamp and setting rules and regulations for our
cultural events? Right.
There you go.
Yeah. You can have Carnival. We don't say a word. Cinco de Mayo, we don't say a word. St. Patrick's Day, we don't say a word. Oktoberfest, we don't say a word. Heck, gay days, we don't say a word. But when we have ours, let ours be ours. We don't ask you to make us part of St. Patrick's Day. But if you want to come and enjoy our festival and lift up our culture, fine, do that.
Correct.
We're down with you. But don't come trying to immerse other cultures into our culture and watering down our culture like our culture don't mean nothing. And and we've been doing this, we've been allowing this for so long. That's part of the problem. We allow it, and we got to stop.
Correct. We do, man.
And
I love it. And I'm listen, bro, we appreciate your feedback. But man, we got to get to the bottom of this thing, man, because this thing is getting real ugly, man. And I'm gonna play some more footage real quick, bro. Let's hear everybody's
The Essence Fest. Oh my goodness. So, as I'm sure many of you guys were aware of, the Essence Fest 2025 took place, and it happened to see somewhat of a downtick in attendance, but also vendors. It also came to my attention that they received $2 million less than what they had previously.
City Council member Helena Moreno blames the dip in attendance on losing $2 million in state funding.
Now, this is, foreshadowing because I believe they only have one more year in their contract with the state. And if they don't get the funding, they're going to have to move elsewhere or Essence is donezo. This has led to propaganda online. This has led to speculation online. This has led to certain narratives being promoted online as to why Essence is failing, what's going on. And listen, as someone who's on the outside looking into all of this, I think that there's a lot of people who are sounding like the white ignorance that I talk about, okay? I talk about ignorance in general, black ignorance, white ignorance, but I talk about how many of the white ignorance fell prey to the Lyndon B. Johnson quote, where they feel good about their color of their skin despite their financial or their educational or their healthcare status, right? As long as they have their whiteness, you can take money from them all day, every day. And it seems that poor mindset is somehow made its way to black people in this country. And I understand just us being here, there's going to be some similarities, there's going to be some commonalities with our oppressors, okay? Historically, okay? I'm not saying presently, I'm just saying historically, you're bound to pick up something, all right? As the book says, post-traumatic slave syndrome. And you're starting to hear a lot of black people go to war with other black people, right? There's this, Tethers. It was Tethers. Tethers tried to destroy Essence. That's what happened. Because when it comes to black culture, when it comes to anything in this country regarding black Americans, this has been going on for quite some time. All right. The moment in time where you have Latinos and white people, feeling comfortable in saying nigga and referring to one another as that, we have a problem. I don't know what to tell you. The culture has been lost. When you have woke, a term that was commonly used amongst, black people in black communities in regards to what was going on, the Essence Fest.
It is. Now, that was a good point of view right there, bro, Mark. What's your take on that?
That's the exact thing I always say. They take our terms and they twist them. They twist them.
Yes, sir.
And I'm glad other people are seeing that, and I'm glad that we are working toward doing something about that, because I've been screaming it for years now that we don't fight. We don't fight. It's sad. I mean, like you say, the woke thing, the whole woke agenda, they were able to label it woke, and all our quote unquote woke people didn't say a word.
Didn't say a word.
And the majority of them are Democrats. And it happened during a Democratic administration, Democratic House and Senate. And long as they kneel down with some kente cloth around their neck, it's fine. You can run whatever agenda you want because we believe you. But you're not doing anything for us. You're playing with us with these micro stand up behind you aggressions. Hey, we down with the cause, but we're gonna cut your funding at your historically black colleges and universities. We down with the cause, but what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna flood the economy with a bunch of false money. So then we can have crazy inflation.
Yeah.
We have crazy inflation, and you're not going to feel it as bad because the government's going to be socializing you slowly and giving you a whole bunch of money and a big influx of money. And now inflation is going to fly up, and we're going to leave it like that for the next group. And hopefully we can come back in and we can rob y'all some more and be down with the cause. And we'll never tell you that we're going to do anything for you, and you're going to be okay with that. I don't understand it. You can ask a Democrat the direct question, what are you going to do? And they will tell you, we are not going to do anything. You can't do that. I think Brother Reggie posted, Obama. Oh, no, it don't work like that in America. And then he writing bills for Indians.
Move out.
So that's
Correct.
how they get us. They separate us. They
Yeah.
separate us from what we really are, because we should be getting all of those Native American benefits. But they've
Absolutely.
separated us, and they've conditioned us to think that we came over on this weird behind slave trade that makes no sense, that's not connected with fact, but it's a theory. We
Yeah.
don't even understand what the English word theory means.
And I'm gonna tell you who pushing this too, man. Helping the Democrats push this Zionist agenda, I like to call it. The damn boulets. The black boule gatekeepers, a lot of our, and it's not all. I always have to emphasize that, bro, Mark. It's not all of y'all fraternities and sororities. It's just a select few. They call them the talented 10th. And they're the choice of the social. You know what you know what the social movement is. You know what the communist movement is. These people are communist. They got you confused thinking a communist is the redneck, or it's the little Trump supporter, or the little white boy that's trailer trash or whatever. It's not. They are organized people of European descent, and they push both sides of the aisle while they got you thinking they only one way, and they got you going one way while the whole time they're buying stocks against you, and you don't understand how communists work. You don't understand like how socialists work. You need to read that. I had a brother, man, stop me today, man, in a home Depot type store, and the brother told me the young lady was saying, basically, she was saying that a lot of the topics that we talk about here, Urban Matters, BMG, bro, Mark, people don't understand this material. They don't understand this content. So if you're not going along and doing what everybody else in the go along, get along gang doing, they think that you're not intelligent. They think that, and so she actually say, is he really smart? As he seen? No, baby, I'm not smart. And I think I love it that I got female ghost watchers. I love that. Most of the dudes was my number one fans is ghost watchers, but I love that I'm pulling in the female crowd now. And no, I'm not smart. So if I could figure it out, and I'm not the smartest dude in the world, then you can figure it out. You know what I'm saying, bro, Mark? Like,
yes,
I know how to read, and I know how to research, and I'm catching up for being a dumbass all my life by choice.
Yes, and
not
training.
Because of brain capacity. Exactly.
We were indoctrinated into it,
Yeah, thank you.
And let me.
How was that? Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, it pisses you
Yeah, it
off
does.
once your eyes open. Mm-hmm. That's where the term woke comes from.
Correct.
And that's where the term woke originated in the black culture.
Correct.
It means that your eyes open and you basically stepped out of the matrix, as we say.
Yes, sir.
Because now you see stuff. And let me tell you, you get pissed off at all of the stuff when you start learning more and more. And it's like, what? And it's not like this great experience. What it is like a rabbit hole, and you just keep going deeper and deeper, and like, whoa, what? And it's an experience. And it's like, I use the analogy of, in order, and I'm just saying numbers here. Don't nobody hit us up talking about I had to read 532 books. Okay, I'm just using this as a point to get your, and I'll use 1,000 to get your doctorate. You got to read 1,000 books. Okay, to get your bachelor's, you got to read about 250. To get your to get your master's, you got to read about 750, and to get your doctorate, you got to read about 1,000 books.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to think that when we get that doctor in whatever discipline, that we are the smartest people walking on the planet. You might be better read than most people in that discipline, but there are millions. Do you hear me?
Millions.
There are millions of books out there.
Wow.
And there are millions of non-fiction books out there that you can read. So you are only touching the very tip of the knowledge in this universe. So don't class yourself and get to thinking that you're this special individual. Just recognize that there are it's just so much more out there to learn. But that's where woke comes
Yes,
from.
sir.
And it's not it just comes from your eyes opening, and it's like you're awakening.
Yep.
And they twisted that term and turned it into
Right.
some weird gay
Well, check this out. Check this
homosexual,
out.
mess with kids
Check
stuff.
this out in the comment section, bro, Mark. Brother Red says, I divested from the
Yes.
Democrat Party, and now people who share the complexion hate me now. That's sad.
Yeah.
Because they want you to embrace nothing with them. They want to keep continuing to worship nothing and the great nothing. Y'all remember that movie, kind of was like a kid's movie called The Never Ending Story. That's what it is to be a Democrat supporter.
Yes.
A never ending freaking story. Nothing ever changes. And so let's get some more. Mr. Goodbar says the smartest in the world couldn't figure it out. Mr. Goodbar says seeking degree of understanding is what counts. Absolutely, Mr. Goodbar. Thank you for that. And let's see if we got some more. Bro, Red said something else on here. Let's see what he said here. Oh, that was Mr. Goodbar said, I moved some funds to USDC today. We don't know what that means. Could you clarify that, bro, Goodbar? Could you please clarify that for us, man? Let me play a little bit more of this footage, bro, Mark. And we're going to keep this thing pushing, man, because I want y'all to hear this stuff, man, what people are saying about this Essence Festival. This ain't what I'm saying. This ain't what Urban Matters BMG saying. But, hey, we're going to put this out here. We're going to put the data out there. Then we're going to do a case study. Then we're going to study this material. We're going to study this content. And we're going to get to the bottom of it, and we're going to come up with some solutions. How about that? How about that?
We are taking over. Go cry to master. Black Americans, I want y'all to understand why delineation is the best thing ever that we are doing. Essence Festival showed the world that we are delineating from these people. They can't get nothing popping in America without tethering on to us. They just can't. They can't do it. I'm sorry, they just can't do it. It's a reason why things are happening to them. It's a reason why, if y'all ever watch these deportation videos where Africans got to go back to their homeland, oh, they boo-hooing crying. They boo-hooing and crying. They do not want to go back. Don't let these people trick you into thinking like, hey, we Pan-Africanism. I'm going to get to that too. But hey, y'all should go back to Africa. It's beautiful out here. Da-da-da-da. We got culture and blah, 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 and all that. Why they not going back? They want to replace us here in America. They want to down-talk America but uplift Africa. But if you really think about it, ain't nothing popping in Africa. Y'all seen videos of black Americans going out there trying to help. They getting unalived out there. They getting their land took out there. It ain't nothing positive to go out there. I've been there before. You land in Lagos in Nigeria or whatever. As soon as you get out there, it's a shakedown. It's a shakedown. You can't even just walk through the airport without 50 people begging you for money, begging you to pay this, pay that. You got even officers out there trying to scam you out of money. Why would you want to go there? How can we work with scammers like that? Huh? Why we want to work with people like this right here? Huh? I've been saying this since I've been on this app about these people. Not all my African brothers are like this and sisters are like this. But we got these over here that's like this, over here right now. And they just wait, they just want us to leave, but they would never leave. They would never leave. And we ain't going nowhere. We don't flee. We never fled.
And that's a good point right there he just made. We can't flee. We can't flee our country when things get bad for us, bro, Mark. We can't just say, "Oh Lord, oh we got to." We can't. We got to stay here and fight. And because of that fight that's in us, other people are able to come here and take advantage and benefit. Now, if they were just coming here to benefit, it would be cool. But you coming and taking advantage of it, and then you turn around and wagging your finger at us, and that's just not gonna happen.
Parents never said
benefit from our struggle.
Correct.
Benefit from our struggle, and then help us.
Right.
Be like the spook by the door. If you want to claim we all black, like so many people from
Correct.
over here say, just because of the skin color, I'm sorry, you go to their country, they know you're American and they treat you
Yep.
as such. And but when they come over here, we all of a sudden get colorblind. But it's fine. You benefit from them allowing you to come over and them giving you all these tax savings and benefits. But don't look down on us. Help us. Team up with us and let's make something happen. Because and then we all can come up. But y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that. Y'all rather try to get it all, get all your little nuts together, get all your people over here, and then, like you say, wag your finger at them dumb black
then team
Americans.
up with the political leaders that's supposed to be over the black community. And I ain't gonna even keep mentioning that political party, but they team up with them, and then everybody else, they can go find money for everybody else. They can go find money for the Asians. They can go find money for the Latino. They can go find some mysterious, miraculous money when it comes to, Pacific Islanders and Arabs. But when it comes to black Americans,
Asians,
oh man, you gotta jump through this hoop. You go to the bank. If you try to put down, you want to try to get a loan. If it's too many zero, they'll call the police on you. So how y'all can find all this money in government for them? And see, that's why y'all mad at Trump. Because now Trump has been pushing that everybody, the 14th Amendment was not made for everybody. It was only made for us. Huh? Indigenous, foundational, black Americans. Us. It ain't for everybody.
Bro, you know what? Yes. You know what I want us to do? I want us to start hearing something. And then, because it's what I had to stop doing, because I used to listen to Warren, whatever his name, Al Sharpton, and the Black Eagle,
Congressional Black Caucus, NAACP.
right?
Oh,
And
I
I'm
can go on
listening,
and on.
and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm a member of the National Action Network and all that. Something happened to me, I get no help. I got no help. And so, I started listening. So then I started listening to alternative radio. So I'm listening to this side. Now let me listen to this side. One thing I noticed is one side had receipts. The other side only had fear and feelings. That's it. Fear and feelings. They wanted to stoke my fears and they wanted to get me in my feelings. But the other side, they had receipts. And they'll say, oh, go to this page, pull this up, and you'll see it. See, I can rock with that. But if you only trying to make me scared and make me get in my feelings, then I got a problem with that. Because anybody know me, no, I'm not the most emotional dude in America anyway. So, but don't get me wrong. I activate, just like when the twin powers activate when it come down to my community and my people and my family. So, and I've always moved like everybody who looked like me was my family. And I've left cities because it didn't feel welcoming.
Exactly.
when I speak to a brother, I'm expecting him to speak back, not look at me like I'm crazy. But now that's the norm
Especially in New
around here.
York, man.
And
New
I'm like,
York is like,
what?
man, I've been there several times, bro. That is not an American city anymore, bro. I'm just letting you know. It's a sanctuary city, and you know where that leads everything to. And it's not safe to go there right now. I'm telling you, especially with that new guy that's trying to run for mayor. And
Oh,
oh my
straight
gosh,
communist.
man, what's his name? Baghdadi or whatever. He's some Indian, fake Indian
Yeah.
in era. Oh my God,
He's
yeah. So
yeah. I can't believe that in America that we would allow somebody to spew those
mhm,
kind of words. But what we're doing is we're creating a precedent with Trump and all these democratic so-called leaders running
mhm,
around talking about doing the opposite of what the president says. What are you lining America up for? See, they trying to line America up for
mhm,
something, which is really civil war. Because think about it. If Republicans did the exact same thing when Democrats was in charge, then where do our
mhm,
country go, bro? Where?
mhm,
We have to learn how to be adults. You lost it.
mhm.
Now you sit back, you make a plan to figure out how you're gonna win it. And you exhaust all things possible in order to figure it out. And then when your time come again, attack. And let whatever fool won do their thing, drive the country into oblivion. So that'll help you get it when
Yes,
your
sir.
turn comes. But instead, this ain't right. This not even adult. They acting like
Yes,
little
sir.
kids. And it who would what adult raising their kids and grandkids will tell them to act like this when your team lose a football game
No
or a
sportsmanship.
basketball game?
Exactly. Exactly. Let's
None.
read some of these comments.
None. And these are
I have 3
all right.
degrees. Mr. Red says, I have 3 degrees and I don't use any of them ever. Hey, this guy right here, man, he stay on go, man. He stay on ready, set, go. Mr. Goodbar is clarifying that USDC is a crypto. You're right. I didn't know you were trying to mention the crypto United States digital currency. But I think they call it don't they call it federal something digital currency? If I think they call it USDC. But anyway,
Is USDC the one that's basically flatline? It's just like a
yeah, they got
stable
stable
currency,
currency
Mr.
behind it.
Goodbar.
It's listen, I'm gonna tell you the best thing to invest in, family. Gold and silver for right now. Because this thing is liable to go any way. It may just go to the left, it may go to the right, it may go to the side, it might go diagonally with this whole currency reset. The US dollar is starting to, because they've been doing so many bad investments under Democratic administrations. And y'all know a lot of them guys, Smith Barney, a lot of the big stock, Wall Street stock market tycoons, Goldman
Goldman
Sachs. These
Sachs.
people are
Hmm.
Democrats. They are liberals. So they are what you call technocrats. They want to take the technology industry and mix it in with the financial industries and control the world. This is the what they call it the four horsemen. You ever heard of the
Reset.
four horsemen in the Revelation?
Gotcha.
A lot of people don't like to read Revelation in the Bible, but that's the best script. That's the best book of the Bible. Book the Bible is a different excerpts. It's not just one book; it's several books. But it get deep, man.
Right.
That's another story. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna deflect like that. But what bro Mark is saying is very, very true, man. And y'all are distracted right now, big time, family. Did you see what happened in Polk County yesterday with the weather? How wicked. I literally watched lightning walk across Winter Haven just like this and go out to the West Coast. It literally walked. I'm watching it walk on the ground. Next thing I know, my brother calling me. Hey man, it fried my control board on my air conditioning system. I get to my house, my deep freezer is off. Blowed the whole 230 volt circuit out. Family, you better wake up. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a lot of, you got to pay attention, man. It's a lot of health issues that damn V thing that they were shooting in our arms. It's starting to take a lot of people out right now, and they're not talking about that. And we was discussing that here. Remember, Mark? We was discussing that here at Urban Matters. Remember, long time ago, we was telling people don't take that.
Yes, sir.
Don't
Yes,
inject
sir.
that stuff into your veins, thinking that just because the government did it, it's okay. Let it be known,
Part
in
of a
order
bigger
for a
plan.
vaccine to become, for a drug to become a vaccine, it takes 7 years of study. It takes 7 years of study. Mr. Resident G. Johnson said, I don't waste my time reading science fiction. Go to any library and the Bible is found in the fiction section. This guy, y'all to tell you, man. I wish we had him live tonight, man, on the screen, man. This guy here. He stay on ready, set, go, man. Every time, man. I love, see, this is the type of energy I want here at Urban Matters BMG, man. Because this way you can come and find real men standing up on their masculinity, standing on their squares and saying, hey, guess what? We're going to lead our community like warriors. And I salute all these brothers, man. This way they certify. These brothers that come here and come into the round table with Dr. Juice, these brothers have to be certified, bro. Because you cannot be sassy and come to this show. It would not end well for you.
And if your certification does not, if your certification is checked and it's not verified, you got to go.
Gots to go.
So
gots to go, man. Hey, man, y'all got to go listen to this one brother, man, named Black Alpha, man. This brother be doing his thing. I think he live now. I'm going to pull him up and see what he got going, man.
Brother Juice, I got
all right.
to go. I got a meeting I got to hit up on. And I absolutely enjoyed you as usual. And peace out, my brother.
Y'all, listen. I got to let y'all hear this brother here. I got to let y'all hear this brother.
No dollar, negative 25% FBAs. You're having an African interviewing an African pretending that they're us. And what are they using, y'all? They are both using the term African. That's why we're all right now ending, canceling, erasing the term African American. Watch this right here, fam. This guy is pretending to be a Black American, and the other guy says he used all of us as slaves because we can't go nowhere, but he can go home if he wants to.
I'm African American. He is straight African. How do you see African Americans?
I see y'all as slaves.
And what makes us slaves?
Because you built a nation that controls you.
How does it control us? We got NBA, NFL. We running it.
They use you as dancers and entertainers.
Well, they paying us $100 million plus.
Yeah, but then they own the money.
So do Africans, how y'all see African Americans?
Huh?
How do Africans see African Americans?
We see y'all honestly as, if you want the truth, we see y'all as our heroes that have given up on themselves.
But I know a lot of Americans that see y'all, they be like African booty scratchers.
It's the persona that the white man has printed on you to dismiss your brother. Because you're going to divide me to conquer me with you. But you divided us and said we are slaves. Yeah. But they got y'all too, ain't it? No, they don't. You ain't I'm your president. I'm love though. Because I could say tomorrow, if I'm done with this shit, I could go home. You can't done with this shit, I could go home. This shit, I could go home. You can go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. You stay here.
Fam, are these both Africans? Brothers and sisters, I'm asking y'all right now. Are we dealing with two Africans right here? This looks like those are both Africans, fam. I don't believe that one is an African and the other is a Black American. I don't believe that. Did y'all hear that? Dude says, how do you feel about Black Americans? He said, we view y'all as slaves. Y'all heard that? I heard it. We all heard it straight up and down. Dude said, I view y'all as slaves. That's what he said. And then he said, because he can go home anytime and we can't go home. That's what he said. This is what they tell us, fam. These are the same people who say they're African Americans. That's the Jesse Jackson African American crowd. That's it right there, fam. The first person that we showed with the tablecloth around her hairline that was going backwards, that first one, the Haitian lady, she ended up saying descendants of slaves. They love using that. This guy right here, what did he start using? He started saying African American. They love using that. But you see the common denominator in both of them is that they're both anti-FBA. They're anti-Black American. They're anti-us. And that's how they really feel. Do not allow these people to come around here and start trying to tell you how they have so much affection. See, on one side, they pretend that they want to be down with us and say we're all Black and we're all melanated. Don't we all look alike? As soon as you walk away and they get behind closed doors amongst themselves, then you turn into Okada, you turn into Jareer, you turn into slave, like he just said. Now the cameras are rolling, fam. These people are going to show you 100 different faces, and each one is going to be anti-FBA. That's how they really feel about us. The days of them kind of keeping this secret is over. What I love so much about this era is that we're exposing how people really feel. What's done in the dark comes to light. And now the light is showing that all of these people are anti-us. And by the way, if you can go home, then how come you ain't went home? And by the way, we don't have to go home. We are home. Again, it's this notion that we're not home. This man said, when things go bad for you, y'all have to stay here. When things go bad for him, he can leave. Well, guess what? When you leave, you're going to a worse situation. You would not be here. Fam, when you see a tether, they're already a failure. If not, they wouldn't be here in the first place. Can we say the quiet part out loud about all these fleers? You only flee is if your country is already bad. I've never seen somebody leave a functioning country. This is why Black Americans, this is why white Americans, this is why Hispanic Americans, no one ever wants to leave America. Everybody wants to come to America because we got a popping country based on us. We bring all the energy here. They want to leave their country. I'm talking about the Jamaicans and the Haitians. I'm talking about all of Africa. They want to come here to the United States of America because they're not popping. Black Alpha, I say this all the time. Your country going to be as popping as the people in it. If the people in it ain't popping, then your country is going to be in ruins. It's going to be a third world country. If your country is popping and everybody wants to run to it, get a piece of it, get a piece of the pie, then that means the people there are popping. How do you know? It's because in America, everybody acts and dresses like foundational Black Americans. Therefore, we're the ones who get this thing popping. It's easy work, like a part-time job. And we just putting it on the table. So you can see right there that he feels that we're slaves and he feels that foundational Black Americans can't go nowhere. But in the meantime, in between time, his ass is right here. And foundational Black Americans ain't going nowhere. Get his things, pack them up, fam, because I promise you right now, when ICE comes to calling, he going to be the first one screaming because all the tethers scream when it got to leave. But African American, descendants of slaves, those are terms that they love saying. And let me show you something. Brothers and sisters, us in this generation, the grassroots, we're letting it be known. We ain't no damn African. And even if an African wants me to be an African, I'm still not an African. If an African tells me I came from Africa, I'm still not from Africa.
Man, listen. This thing get deep, man. This brother here, these brothers right here get deep, man. They get deep, man. And I appreciate everybody for tapping in today, man. This has been an excellent, very informative session of Urban Matters BMG, Dr. Juice TV, Urban Matters BMG. Listen, family, I'm just trying to keep it all the way real with y'all, man. This stuff is real.
An African wants me to put down my Black American flag up and wave it. That ain't gonna happen neither. And we're letting the whole damn world know. And the streets are talking. If you don't believe me, listen to what the streets say. Fam, this is the rebuttal for all that nonsense he was just talking. Let me get rid of that tether musty energy. Let me bring in some FBA vibes. You tell me who won. I see them, they run. Shout out to Tupac.
Somebody got mad at me because I said I'm not African American.
I am not part of an African diaspora, nor am I an African. So please do not include me when y'all talk about Americans being from Africa, this African diaspora. If y'all want to talk about the indigenous world or the different indigenous melanated people, cool, we can talk about like that. But when y'all start talking diaspora and us and that, don't put me in that us, because I'm not a part of African diaspora. Migration, my ancestors did.
We're sending out reminders. This is just a friendly reminder that Black Americans are not African. We are not African American.
Call us African Americans, then make sure you call the Haitians African Haitians. Make sure you call the Jamaicans African Jamaicans. Because why are we the only members of the diaspora of Africa? Let's talk about it. Prior to Jesse Jackson in the 1980s, Black Americans had no association with Africa. In fact, no Black American wanted to be called African American. There was a huge pushback against that because there was no association with Africa prior to that. And that's only 40 years ago. It's not a long time ago. Prior to that, we were Black. Africans don't care about Caribbeans not being called African because Caribbeans aren't popping like us. We are Africans, and Caribbeans only claim to fame. We were never African. Get over it.
Damn! Did the brother just say exactly what we be saying? They only care about us claiming Africa because we the only ones popping out here in the streets. They don't care about the Haitians. They don't put that jacket on them. They don't care about the Jamaicans. They don't put that jacket on them. Hell, you can say it about the Afro-Brazilians. You can say it about the Afro-Mexicans. Ain't it funny? When Juneteenth passed, all the Mexicans are Afro-Mexicans. But how come ain't nobody telling them that they're really from? They want foundational Black American style because foundational Black Americans get it popping and everybody else is just watching. My brother's speaking the truth. And if you like what he said, wait till you hear what.
Listen, if I gotta be called an African American, why Jamaican don't go African Jamaican? African Cuban, African Dominican. Why is America the only place where this colored people gotta call themselves African American? Then they try to make it seem like we hate ourselves. Then everybody else hate themselves too because nobody else is putting African in front of their shit. We could be indigenous all around the world except for America. America's the only place that Black people isn't. Everybody else get to claim their land. Even with that Moana movie, and people was like, oh, they're Black. And they was like, oh, we don't consider ourselves Black, or we don't consider ourselves African. We're not of African descent. Nobody bothered them. Nobody bothered them. But somehow Black Americans is so much that y'all want to tell us we African American stuff, and then maybe we'll not going to bully me into something I don't want to do. What's wrong with y'all? It don't come, okay? If you haven't done your genealogy or your research, don't come in my talking.
Honestly don't know how the African American thing came up at all. Y'all seem to keep thinking that people gave us that moniker. That's not how it came about. Jesse Jackson is the one that did it, not people. Y'all kind of need to, again, y'all need to do your research. You know nothing about this place, and yet y'all want to try and take it over. It's wild business.
Somebody got
damn right. Man, I'm telling everybody, this delineation is so strong, nobody can stop it. Nobody. Family, I'm telling you right now, not only are we taking over the world, we doing it with a style that can't nobody match. Right now, foundational Black Americans, we're the ones who are taking over everything. Everybody's watching and observing us because we're that strong. We're that potent right now. Understand this. Foundational Black Americans, they're always trying to reclassify us, but nobody else has to deal with reclassification. Think about everybody else in terms of reclassification. How come it's always us? Remember, fam, Indians, Negro, Black, African American, and now they're trying to put the pause on foundational Black Americans. They do not want us to be reclassified into what we choose to be. And what we've done, by the way, fam, we've taken everything that they've ever said and we made that popping. Let me make this clear, okay? I'm gonna make this crystal clear. People see things that foundational Black Americans do, and it may start off in a bad way, but then we take it, put our own stamp on it, and move. One of the most underrated qualities about our lineage is spinning things into greatness. You can take something that is so bad and so wrong, let some brothers and sisters put their hands on it, and I guarantee you it's going to become exceptional. That's what we do. Everything we touch turns into gold, y'all. So I don't want to hear nobody running around here talking about some, Negro term. Man, we can take Negro, flip it, and now everybody want to be a Negro. Don't everybody want to be an N-I-double-G-A? Damn right. Don't get it tangled and twisted, family. Everybody wants a piece of what FBA creates. We take things and spin it. The only reason you got these...
Hey, this brother right here, man, I met him up in Washington, D.C., man. Good brother. We went to the rally for reparations in D.C., man. This brother, I underestimated this young brother, man. And he really is impressive with a lot of his research. He's right on point. And I'm going to let y'all keep chopping it up, listening to him, because that's what we're about, man, here. FBA, you see we got the same emblems and symbols and stuff. And it's not that we're trying to be symbolic. It's just that we're, as men, American men, are getting a bad name, getting a bad rap. And you got some men that have been standing on business since day one. And Dr. Juice, I've raised all my kids. I've been with the wife 30 years. Of course, we have ups and downs, still have ups and downs. But that doesn't mean that we're not a nuclear Black American family that is not politically emotional and make bad decisions. We try to make good financial decisions. We try to have financials, education, financial responsibility, and invest back into the community. I'm a business owner. I have about 2 or 3 businesses I'm operating right now. I have not worked for a corporation in about almost 15 years now, man. And it's just a different atmosphere. It's a different world. So I'm gonna let this brother keep pushing it.
People running around these $2 tontos talking about Indian because we made it pop. Everybody want to be the N-word. We made it pop. Every time when America was a bad word. When all those Africans, can we go there, fam? I remember a time where all of the Africans were telling us that Africa was the worst place. Damn, how things have changed. Now America is the popping place everybody wants to be, and you don't really hear all that anti-American talk. Y'all notice that? Y'all notice you don't really see that anti-American talk like you used to. Back in the old days, they'd be like, how dare you talk about America? You ain't from America. It's the worst place in the world. Now what they're trying to say is, ain't we all American? We African American? It's funny. Africans want to be African American now. But I remember a time when they told us, y'all can be American because we African. You see how things change? FBA get things popping. And that's exactly what our brother and sister were alluding to. And then on top of all of that, family, how come there aren't Haitian Africans, Jamaican Africans? They don't ever want to put the African jacket on them. Why? It's because they all work in cahoots to come against us. The same way Jesse Jackson worked in cahoots to come against foundational Black Americans with the reclassification. Let me make this clear. The dominant society was behind that. They used their civil rights Negroes from the late 1970s, early 80s, and they said, let's do another reclassification. See, Black Americans had too much cultural pride coming about after the civil rights era. The civil rights era, there was a renaissance. Right now, this is another renaissance that's occurring that we're all a part of. And the last renaissance was truly the civil rights era, going through the 60s and the 70s and the early 80s. It had a little bit in the, the 90s, but now this is a second phase of a renaissance. So what they did, wait a minute, you got too much Black pride. How do I start this show off all the Huey comes from the Free Huey campaign. The Free Huey campaign comes from Kathleen Cleaver, who put it together, all right, who was the Minister of Information for the Black Panther Party. The Black Pride and the throw and the leather coats, a lot of people try to attribute that. Stokely Carmichael was just riding the wave of what FBA was doing. And that's no disrespect to Stokely Carmichael, but all that Black power, we've been talking about Black power back in the day. I got footage of Muhammad Ali saying, oh, no, we Black. He was telling everybody, we Black. See, Black became a thing back in the 1960s and 1970s. And as soon as it became Black, they ran back and said, no, African. And then they paid Jesse Jackson to try to spin that Blackness into African. And guess what? Everybody starts saying African American. And you've seen African American go up and you've seen Black go down. Even though all the statistics prove that Black Americans never wanted to be African American. Because like I said, when I was a kid, I knew I ain't never been to Africa. Never. Let me tell y'all a story. I think I told a lot of people this before, fam. When I was young, I went to Europe. When I was in Europe, and they got a hell of a lot of Africans over there, okay? Because remember, the Afro-European and the Euro-African, they're neighbors. But I'm going to get that to another day because they always talking about Black Americans are they buddies. Doesn't Africa and Europe live side by side? Don't they have thousands of years of history of dealing with each other? I'm way over here on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean in a great state called Georgia. There's a big distance between me and Africa. There ain't that big of a distance between Mr. Lombard and Mr. Gunther in Berlin, Germany. Y'all are neighbors. So y'all need to be talking about how come y'all get along. How come y'all were
Urban Matters BMG.
Making deals and selling Black
Polk County Dr. Juice.
Black folks. Yeah, if you really want to talk about who's a true ally and a true buddy, Black Americans aren't connected with Africa. Europeaners are connected with Africa. That's why they always came down and colonized you and gave you their damn Bible. But that's another topic. So don't talk about foundational Black Americans when you really need to be talking about them damn Euro-Africans. Because if you ever go to Europe, all they got is Africans. Africans are all through Europe, fam. But when I was a kid, when I was over there, a little ass child came up to me, some freaking European kid. I don't know who the hell he was. I don't know where he's from. And y'all know what he said to me? He said, you Black American? You Black American? I might have been 7 years old, fam. He said, you Black American? He didn't call me no goddamn African. He didn't say, are you from Nigeria? Are you from Senegal? Are you an African? Didn't say none of that. He knew that I was a Black American when I was about 7 years old. So do not tell me that they all see us as the same. Don't tell me if we all got pulled over, they gonna see us all as one big Black person. All that one big Black person only benefits people who want from FBA. We have delineated, separated, gatekeeping, and this is why they're trying to get us on our side. National Black Americans are staying on our own side. Easy work. Look at this right here, fam. Now you got people running out here saying they 90% African. They're going to start playing with the numbers, y'all. They're going to start playing with the numbers. Watch this. This person said, I'm just not mixed. I'm like 90% African. 90% African is a full African. But just like how y'all don't stay in your homelands, you're too afraid to admit what you are.
This is hilarious.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but as an African American who looks real African, right? FBA are annoying as I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, it was once upon a time where I think they were just defending African Americans, but it's just become a point where you are becoming a nuisance. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because to them, I look too African, so they just automatically I'm African, even though I told these, I said plenty of times, South Carolina. My grandma from South Carolina.
Stop. I'm sorry. Family, did she just say that FBA are lame? Did she just say that FBA thinks that she looks like an African when she just said she's 90% African?
Hey.
So you're 90% African and you mad at us?
I'm just trying to put it out here, man, because I'm a media outlet, Urban Matters Black Media Group, and we're trying to put the content out there to show y'all, man, how they playing games, man, and you can't fall for it.
Because we think that you're African. Because you are African. Now, I know your logic don't add up. I know that tethers are 17 in the second grade. I understand that. But damn, not even that math is computing right now. And what's up with these people in South Carolina? I said it last week. There's an influx of these fake tethers that claim to be from the South. They used to all say that they're from New York, but we expose that. So now you're starting to get all of these Africans, Haitians, Jamaicans who are claiming that they're from Mississippi, Alabama, and they love Carolina, y'all. This is an African, and remember, it was the term that we're ending tonight, African American.
Y'all, but as an African American who looks real African, right? FBA, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, it was once upon a time where I think they were just defending African Americans, but it's just become a point where you are becoming a nuisance. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because every time, because to them, I look too African, so they just automatically I'm African, even though I told these, I said plenty of times, South Carolina, my grandma from South Carolina, I talk about South Carolina shit. They will still sit right here and question, are you actually African American because you look African? I'm not mixed. I'm not mixed, right? I don't bleach. I'm not mixed. I don't perm my hair. That's probably the reason why. I just look black as fuck, right? We not mixed in South Carolina. Nigga, some might be. I'm not, right? My family's not. My town's not mixed. Everybody's just blackity black. Like, goddamn, like.
What do you mean mixed? Who in the hell is mistaking this woman for a light-skinned person? Nobody's running around here thinking you're a mulatto, home.
Hey man, listen, man, y'all ain't ready for that, man. That's a whole other ball game, man. We gonna keep it pushing, man. Y'all mess with your boy Dr. Juice, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you hit that every time, and go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Urban Matters BMG. I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the heading. Y'all tap in with me, man. We're just trying to put this content out here, man. I know y'all tapping in, but this is what they saying about you. And you sitting here defending them, and this is what they think about you. They look like you, but they not like you. They not like us. And it's not everybody. It's not all of them. They making the people that come here the right way get on board. You know, they go by the book, and they say, hey man, thanks Black Americans. We appreciate y'all struggle. We ain't gonna shit on y'all struggle, and we're gonna keep it pushing with y'all. We're not gonna join allies with no other groups. We just gonna stay loyal to y'all. They're not doing that. And that's the problem. It's most of the younger Black immigrants. It's not too much the older ones. It's these young ones, these Johnny-come-latelys. And Urban Matters BMG, man, we're going to point you out. And we're going to call you out, because I got a bunch of cool-ass Black immigrant homeboys and homegirls. And they don't act like y'all. Y'all on some other stuff, man. Y'all on this diaspora stuff, and y'all trying to come in here and piggyback and cosplay like you Black American. Look how she talking. Look how she's dressing. And another way you could tell that they're not like us, the hairline. They always hide the hairline, and they got a janky ass hairline. And that's how you can tell a real Black American. A real Black American. We used to be taped. When I had my shit was all the way on my eyebrows right here. I had a nice hairline. So that's another reason how you can tell people if they talking shit. That's the only reason you pay attention to these characteristics. So man, listen, I ain't gonna even keep it messing with them like that, man. We're gonna tap out, man, for the night, man. Y'all join us, man, later on this week. I'll hit y'all up with a link. I'll hit y'all up with a connect. And I'm Dr. Juice, man. I gotta get out of here, man. Sorry, man. Peace.